With running backs Travis Homer and Ian Willing suffering some setbacks for the Chicago Bears, the Bears go out and get a running back and return specialist to add to the team. We're going to talk about who and what right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chi Bears Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today. Also, the Chicago Bears have made a signing, and they signed running back Demetric Felton today. And so this is not a major signing, right? So with the Chicago Bears having a 90-man roster, but they got an international roster exemption for Tory Taylor, it allows them an extra roster spot. Now, this will not be included on the final 53-man roster, but with Travis Homer and Ian Willer suffering some setbacks, right, as far as like they're a little banged up, the Chicago Bears wanted to bring another body into camp. And I don't think this is anybody who really is a huge threat to make the final 53-man roster unless he really comes out and does something crazy. But you guys know, we're the number one spot. We're going to update you on everything that happens with the Chicago Bears. Felton is a former 6th-round pick by the Cleveland Browns in 2021. He has 8 rushes for 20 yards and 20 receptions for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns in 24 games since he's been drafted. He also has experience returning kicks. He's returned 39 punts for 269 yards and 10 kickoffs for 183 yards. So that's what he's bringing to the Chicago Bears. With, the Bears' first preseason game coming up on Thursday, they want a little bit of depth there because your starters aren't going to play a lot of snaps in that time. And so with the reserves of Travis Homer and Ian Willer, really, like I said, being banged up is basically what it comes down to. The Bears bring in another body who's probably going to play 1 preseason game, maybe 2. Like I said, unless something crazy happens there. We know what the Chicago Bears running back rotation is going to be: DeAndre Swift, Khalil Herbert, Roschon Johnson. And while it seems like Velus Jones, at least right now, is going to be returning kickoffs, the Bears are still trying to find a punt returner. So maybe Felton can come into that as well, maybe make that battle a little bit interesting here over the next couple of days of practice before the Bears finally take the field on Thursday in the Hall of Fame game. So just want a quick update, nothing too crazy there. Chicago Bears still continue to try to find some, balance to their rotations and things like that. It's been, the training camp has been really an eye-opener in a lot of ways for players that have stepped up, right, to hear what we've heard. But that running back battle is going to be a major one for the Chicago Bears. Or let me not say battle per se, but how they balance that with the 3 running backs that they have. And, ultimately, if Roschon is ready to go and they feel like he's ready to be running back too, it can make it interesting for the Bears for the remainder of the season leading up to things. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. As of right now, the Chicago Bears have made a signing to add another camp body, and I really think that that's probably all it's going to be as of right now. And it is, but it's interesting as well how the Bears found that loophole, right, with that international waiver there to have Tory Taylor there, even though we know he's going to be our starting punter, but to get one more body in the camp, as somebody who's Felton isn't an old player by any stretch of the imagination. He's 26 years old, like I said, just drafted, only spending in 2021, he hasn't played a whole hell of a lot, right? He hasn't taken an NFL snap since 2022, so not one last year at all. So, again, not really too much expectations. Maybe he ends up sticking around on the practice squad, maybe something like that. But other than that, I really don't see it being much. But the Bears continue to try to find wrinkles, try to find their balance and things like that. And that's what this team needs to be doing at this time. We got a lot of things that we still I won't say are like huge things up in air, but we still do have things up in air that this team has to try to figure out. 3 preseason games, so they got more than enough time to figure it out. But the question I'm going to throw to you guys on this one, right? With the Bears signing a return specialist, who do you guys want to see end up coming out of that battle for the punt returner? Are you like C-Dub, who does not want to see Rome Odunze return punts by any means necessary? Do you think the undrafted rookie and Ian Willer may have the inside edge on that? Do you think it's going to be somebody like Adante Pettis, DeAndre Carter, somebody like that? Let me know what you guys think. And then with the kick return game, do you feel confident that Velus Jones is going to win that position? Or do you think that Dropsy Jones may make his return and he ends up getting cut, waived, or whatever from the team? Let me know all that down below. And make sure you guys are following the show at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. ChicagoBearsCentral@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, The number to do so, 773-242-9336. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. That's thanks to you guys. And like I like to end every episode on, Chi-Town up, but bear down. Love you guys. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.